Namaskar, welcome to class 10th English, first flight. Chapter name is The Proposal and it is by Anton Chekhov. Let's start the introduction. Introduction is that it is a one-act play written by Russian story writer and dramatist Anton Chekhov. The Proposal is one-act play that begins with a young man named as Lomov. Lomov representing a marriage proposal to his neighboring daughter. Before he could actually convey it to the girl, they entered into an argument about the disputed property, Oxen Meadows. And when Stefan Chekhov, the father of the lady, joins the discussion and it becomes a heated one. But after they ended this, they enter into another argument that was regarding their dogs and which one is better than. In the meanwhile, the proposal got forgotten until Lomov falls off due to his palpitation and Mr. Chekhov instantly puts the daughter's hand in Lomov's hand. But it was unfortunately that the act was ended with a quarrel note. That means the argument was going on and the act was ended up. This was the introduction, and before moving to the summary part, if you haven't subscribed us, please do it because it is free and grab it. Let's move to the summary part. Summary. As the curtain opens with Lomov entering in their neighbor's house, that is Mr. Chebukov's house, in a very neat and tidy dressed up attire, okay? And Mr. Chebukov sees that why the Lomov is in a very neat and tidy dress, what's the occasion, where he is going? So he asks him, okay? And the Lomov reveals that he is here, okay? He was coming to their house only for making a request, and the request is for the money. As the word money enters in the Mr. Chebukov's ear, he quickly reacted that he must have come here to ask for money which he does not want to return. Such discussion was going between Mr. Chebukov and the Lomov, okay? After knowing that why the Lomov is here, okay, main reason, and the main reason was he was here for the proposal. He wanted to propose his daughter for a marriage, and as he heard this, as he came to know the main reason why he is here, he immediately, in very excitement mood, calls his daughter, and the name of the daughter is Natalia. Lomov is a 35-year-old gentleman who suffers from a palpitation, and the palpitation is a kind of a disease or the suffering, we can say that, in which a person upsets very easily, okay, and he does not able to sleep properly. Lomov thinks that this is the right age, or he chooses the right girl to be his life partner. But he believes that. Why I have used this but? Because that was the negative side of his thinking, okay? Maybe it was a negative side, but a positive side that yes, he did a right choice of getting married at the age of 35 and chooses the Natalia as life partner, as he knows that she was a honest caretaker or a homemaker. When Natalia arrives, Lomov begins the conversation about their family terms in the past. While continuing to talk about their land, about their property, he somehow mentioned about one property name, and the name of that property is Oxen Meadows, which was a disputed, but now it belongs to Lomov, okay? And as the Natalia hears this kind of words, immediately reacts that how he can say that this words that this property belongs to him. Does it? Okay, but the main problem was that Mr. Chibukov, when they both the argument was going on and it was heated when the Mr. Chibukov entered in the argument, they both, the Natalia and her father, they both start abusing or insulting the Lemo, and due to his suffering that is a palpitation, he was numbed there. They both throw him out of their house, and there was non-stop insulting words come out from their mouths for the Lemo. But meanwhile, accidentally, Mr. Chibukov recalls about the main purpose why he was here. He shared with his daughter, and his daughter requested his dad, please call him back. Okay, we're not going to discuss this thing. When the Lemo was called back with due respect, okay, and Natalia says that we will be not going to talk on such kind of a conversation, such kind of a topic that which may affect their relationship. They changed the topic and they were talking in the normal mood, okay, but soon after, when the argument was there, that means it will be there, okay. And at the point when there was a comparison between the dogs of Natalia and Lemo, Natalia's dog name was a Caesar. She confirms that she was on that particular note that her dog is quite far better than yours dog. They were arguing on this, and again the same thing was repeated as the earlier, that Mr. Chibukov enters and he gives some light to that particular argument, and it becomes worse there. Everyone gets hyper and Lemo finally falls because of the palpitation. During all this, suddenly Natalia noticed that he is unconscious. They offer him some water, but he was unable to take a single sip of water, and finally he was declared that he is dead. But after a moment of time, Lemo moves little bit. They offer him some water to drink, and Chibukov forcefully hands over the Natalia's hand to him and gives his blessings and asks them to kiss. When the kiss word was introduced, everyone, the audience and the viewers and the listener, they become excited. Okay, the excitement was there. What happened after the kiss? Okay, and the same thing was happened to the Mr. Lemo. He was in very excited moment and he kisses the Natalia's hand, not her lips, only her hand. Natalia again convincing him that her dog is far better than his dog, and the curtain downs and the argument goes on and goes on and goes on. Dear student, this was the complete introduction with summary of the story with this short act, The Proposal, okay, in which we have a three main character: Lemo, Mr. Chibukov, Natalia. The first argument was their disputed property, oxen, Mudus, and the second was the comparison of the dog. They were fighting, there was an argument as a, कहते हैं ना कि छोटे बच्चों में जिस हिसाब से लड़ाई हो जाती है, थोड़ी देर में दोस्त बन जाते, थोड़ी देर में वापस फिर लड़ने लग जाते, the same way they did here. Okay dear student, this was the end of this video. I hope आपको समझ में आई होगी स्टोरी, ओके, समरी समझ में आई होगी, एंड प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर. नमस्कार.